For 3 decades, one name was synonymous with computing power: Intel. They were the undisputed giants, the silent engine behind every revolution in technology, valued at hundreds of billions. Every desktop, every laptop, every server whispered their name. They held the world in their silicon grip. But as the clock turned to the 21st century, a quiet challenger emerged from the shadows, a company called Nvidia, focused on nothing more than video games. What seemed like a minor distraction became Intel's trillion-dollar mistake. This is the story of how the king of silicon lost its crown, and how a seemingly minor shift turned into the greatest wealth transfer in modern tech history. To understand the magnitude of Intel's fall, we must first appreciate their reign. In the 1990s and early 2000s, Intel wasn't just a chip maker. They were the chip maker. Their central processing units, or CPUs, were the brains of the PC revolution. From everyday homes to the largest corporations, an Intel Inside sticker was a mark of guaranteed power and reliability. They dominated the market with an iron fist, innovating at a relentless pace. Their manufacturing capabilities were legendary, creating a moat so deep no competitor could cross it. They saw the future, and in their eyes, that future was simply faster, more efficient CPUs. Every decision, every dollar invested, cemented their belief. The CPU was king, and they were architects. They believed they had mastered the architecture of computing power. Little did they know, in the very same era, a different kind of architecture was quietly being built, brick by pixel. While Intel was perfecting the CPU, a powerful, single-minded processor designed for sequential tasks, Nvidia was focusing on something different: the graphics processing unit, or GPU. Initially, GPUs were seen as niche components, specialized for rendering complex images and powering video games. Intel saw them as just that: a gaming accessory, not a foundational computing shift. This was their critical blind spot. Imagine a CPU as a brilliant, lightning-fast manager who can solve one complex problem at a time. It's incredibly efficient for single tasks. Now, imagine a GPU as thousands of competent, hardworking laborers who can solve simple problems simultaneously. For tasks that require a lot of repetitive calculations, like rendering pixels on a screen, the GPU was orders of magnitude more efficient. Nvidia's founders, led by the visionary Jensen Huang, understood that the sheer parallel processing power of the GPU had implications far beyond mere graphics. They just needed the world to catch up. They were building the tools for a future no one else could fully comprehend yet. Then came the tsunami. The year 2022 ushered in the generative AI revolution, personified by ChatGPT. Suddenly, the world woke up to the power of artificial intelligence, and the demand for computing power exploded. But this wasn't the kind of computing power Intel's CPUs were designed for. Training large AI models, processing vast datasets for machine learning, running complex simulations for autonomous vehicles. These tasks are inherently parallel. They require thousands, sometimes millions, of simultaneous calculations. This was precisely what Nvidia's GPUs were built to do. While Intel was scrambling to adapt its CPU architecture, Nvidia was already years ahead, dominating the market with its CUDA platform, a software ecosystem that made its GPUs the default choice for AI developers. They didn't just have the hardware. They had built the entire foundation upon which the AI revolution would be built. Intel, once the architect of computing, found itself without a blueprint for the future. Their market value stagnated, then faltered, as Nvidia's soared into the trillions. The story of Intel and Nvidia is more than just a tale of two chip makers. It's a profound lesson in the architecture of wealth itself. It reveals that even the most dominant empires can crumble if they fail to recognize fundamental shifts in technology and market demand. Intel's mistake wasn't a lack of talent or resources. It was a deep-seated belief that their past success guaranteed future relevance. They were too slow to pivot, too entrenched in their own established architecture. For investors, entrepreneurs, and anyone building a future in this rapidly evolving world, the lesson is clear. Complacency is the silent killer of empires. The next trillion-dollar opportunity rarely looks like the last one. It often emerges from unexpected niches, quietly building its foundation while the giants are distracted. The question isn't whether old empires will fall, but whether you are prepared to build the next one. Understanding these shifts, recognizing these unseen blueprints, that is a true architecture of wealth. If you found value in dissecting this epic battle, smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Join the Wealth Architects as we continue to uncover the hidden blueprints of global empires and economic shifts. Your journey to understanding the future of wealth starts here.